Welcome to Misrepresented, the podcast that gives a voice to the voiceless. Here we expose the truth behind the headlines, the cases, and the stories that have been twisted, silenced, or ignored. From the courtroom to the court of public opinion, if you have been misrepresented, your story matters, and this platform is for you.
The side door, our truck and trailer, closed equipment trailer right there. I go right in, allegedly, into the equipment trailer, shut, lock, padlock.
He said I had a microphone going, yeah. I said, how y'all doing out there?
So the cops come in. Okay?
Oh my God.
The cops come in, and they heard me performing.
Right.
You know,
Oh, they heard the voice, undeniable.
Yeah. So I'm in this trailer. And I can hear the radios, and I can hear them walking around.
I tell the people, I said, that's your sound check, y'all. So y'all ready to throw down tonight, dude?
Yeah.
And so I'm out there. I got to explain with these officers. I said, thank y'all so much for patrolling and stuff. I said, well, y'all here? He said, man, we're just checking in. We heard some tunes. I said, let me get a picture of these boys. I just want to see who it was and stuff. You know, I was like, oh.
Brown's doing intel. He's getting pictures of the officers so we can look at them later. And then he talked to him.
So much.
Yeah, the guy's like, well, man, wasn't your boy here? I heard him singing.
I said, no. I said, you don't get up there? I said, man, nasally and stuff. I said, I got a backtrack up there, man. It's the best I can do. I said, I'm up there by myself. I said, I'm getting roasted. I said, I'm scared. I said, get up here with me and talk about Bowling Green Police and stuff, dude. And so, man, they started, man.
Yeah.
Dude,
So they got time. They got mad.
Dude,
Yeah.
They was pissed.
They got mad.
But they searched another hour because they really thought he was there.
Yeah.
Oh my
So they
God.
leave, and then the truck and trailer
Small
leaves.
tires.
So anyway, I call my lawyer. This is how it ends.
Oh God.
So I call my lawyer, and this is the only time I can ever think that a warrant's been resent.
Yeah.
My lawyer called the district attorney, sent him all of the records where I was up to date.
It's a Friday night.
Yeah, and they
Middle of a show. Come in,
and
middle of a show.
they pulled the warrant back because they were wrong. But it fits perfectly here, and it's a perfect story to tell.
Right.
Because if they would have took me into custody that night, I was innocent, 110%.
Yeah. Yeah.
I had done nothing wrong.
Here's how stuff that had him in jail. He said, Veron Roche. He said, nothing to do with that. How was it spelled? It was crazy. He's in a lot. He said, Veronio Roche.
Yeah.
That is hilarious.
Yeah.
That's like a candy for Ferrero Rocher.
Yeah, well, there's a deeper
this guy?
There's a deeper thing.
White chocolate in here.
He's like a gorilla.
Yeah.
It's
an albino
silverback. This frail guy and stuff right here. And his bushy beard.
Tonight on Albino Silverbacks.
Oh my
Spotted
God.
in Cave City.
Good.
I was like, I found him in Cave City, boss.
Wow. That is hilarious.
But
Oh my God. I can't tell y'all though, like how many artists, promoters, producers, so many people have called me at shows and be like, dude, they're here looking for me. You know what I mean? Like, it is crazy.
You better put a mascot suit on right now. I'm at home with my children. So what do you mean do, dude?
Oh my God.
We got a mascot suit.
That's right.
We put a couple people
We've done that before, yeah.
What the hell?
Yeah. The parole officers show up.
I see some pictures. Y'all have to produce some
Here, I'll
pictures.
pull up right now.
Where's
Man,
the receipt?
yeah. He's got social media. Man, we retired him, dude. But I seen a lot of stuff go down that beak, man. Oh, you had to look at Merle.
Oh,
Motorcycle
God.
clubs. Oh, they passed that dude a doobie, man. He said, hey, Big Birdie, you want to hit this? They thought he was lost. He said, he got it, and it went down his beak, and it all lit up red. And they said,
Oh my God.
those are in Indiana
Our
motorcycle.
mascot was crying.
Guys,
Burl Van Zandt, shout out.
Shout out.
Man,
Hilarious.
hot. So great in the wintertime.
Oh,
Yeah.
I bet it was.
horrible in summer.
Allegedly, man, there's been some heat strokes and stuff in there. He's been on a gurney before. No helmet. I say, keep his helmet on. There's kids out here. Yeah, dude, but we have fun,
See,
man.
that is crazy.
See, that's what life's
my
about, though, man.
God.
Even in
Yeah,
unfortunate
it
situations,
is.
man.
It
Like,
is.
we're gonna have a good time, man. Like, don't panic.
Yeah.
Don't panic.
Yeah.
You know?
I say that all the time. Like, no matter what I'm going through, I have to like remind myself, okay, how do I get back to this highest present of joy? How do I just enjoy being in this moment? Because that is what is, like you said, that's important. That's what life's about. Like,
Yes.
part of it anyway.
Well,
And
what
but-
I do is, man, when I've been through some great things in my life, and I'm very grateful for those things. I hold them dear to my heart. And when I'm in the trenches, I know, man, that everything gets old after a while, man. Like, what's it like to go
Absolutely,
get lost and get found again?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So,
100%.
you know, so if you could live forever, that would get old.
100%. Yeah.
You know, so I think all
What's
emotions
next?
really is important. So when you are in those hard days and stuff, know that's important.
Yeah.
And you know, what can we learn from here? Now, if you're stuck in a cycle,
Yeah.
and you know,
Yeah.
I mean, the work. I mean, you can't pray
I
and
say
not.
all the time, it's like we're just like on this school of life, right? There's just a lot of teachable moments. We're
You're a
here to
student
learn
for
and grow.
life.
Yeah, you're a student. Yeah,
For life.
absolutely, and we're here to learn and grow. you know?
Absolutely, yeah. Somebody said one time they said basic instructions before leaving Earth come at the Bible.
Bible.
That's right.
Yeah.
You're right.
But
You're
you know,
absolutely
people
right.
forget, man. I mean, there's a lot, man. It's been weaponized and stuff, man. But man, if you just get back to the simple things of life, man, and get away from the noise of the world just for a second, you know, and just chill and just apply a little logic. I mean, I don't know everybody. I mean, I know it's just different. It's like cucumbers, different grades of them,
Right.
right? You know,
You're right.
and. Anyway, man, I'll let y'all take it from here. I'll go
You're
any
You're
direction.
right.
I was at a crossroads right now.
Listen, I'm just a co-pilot. You just
No, man, this is your show. No, you built I respect. I mean, because it's not easy.
Yeah.
You know what it's like to be. I mean, I'm sure you probably earned every space that you walk into.
For sure.
You know, because you drove through the mud and you're dealing with people and they're the worst in their life. And you know, the world, unfortunately, is like, you know, ain't about what you did yesterday. It's like, what did you do for me today? But I'm one.
Right.
We're one of the few, man. Is like I take and recognize what you did for me yesterday.
Yeah.
You know, I'm one of the few.
Me too.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but like
me
sales ain't like it. Sales
You're
like
right.
that's why I wouldn't
Yeah.
be the best salesman, you know, because I'm only gonna sell you stuff that I would have in my house.
Right.
You know?
Right.
So-
yeah, 100%. I say that all the time. Like, I feel like I have people in my life because, like, I'm such an empath, right? Like, I just want to like give and give and help and help. And when you do that, I feel like you really attract like selfish, entitled, self-absorbed people. You know what I mean? Not all of them. I have some amazing people in my life.
Got clarity.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm talking to dude out here, man. Me and him sitting here talking, and he was like, you know, man, you do this, man, just break me off a little something. Right off the rip, I would been like, what is that something?
Right. What is that? Yeah.
You know, just like a business partner, man. We was launching a business with this dude. He's a fireplace businessman, and he's very successful in another state. He's going to launch in Kentucky, and I was like, all right, well, let's get some initiative going. You let me make all the money for the first 3 months. You pay all the bills. And he's like, well, I'll do it for a little bit. Well, dog, I don't need you to hit me up on a Tuesday, bro, when everything's came crashing down. Now I'm in defense.
Correct.
Because I'm in a chimney right now, dude.
100%.
I just ran into a legal citizen. I didn't even know it was up here, bro. You see what I'm saying, man? I mean, regardless, bro. I mean, I'm boots on the
That's
ground.
happening a lot.
That is happening a lot. Yeah.
You don't ever
Oh
know,
my
man. It's a big
God.
mystery, man. But
You're right.
that's what I want to know. It's about clarity, and that's the thing, man. Where in the last 3 years, I would say I've really honed down on. You know, because it's like the world, man, is very insecure. And it's like, God, just don't put the spotlight on me.
Right.
And I'm here to light them up. 250,000 lumens.
Absolutely.
You know,
Absolutely.
the spotlight.
Yes.
That's
That's
we do
right.
song.
That's
You know,
right.
but
Yeah.
respectfully, but unapologetically raw
Yeah.
and let's get back to if I say I'm gonna be there at 3 and I don't show up, something's happened to me. Be
Right.
worried.
For sure.
Because it ain't gonna be a dead phone. I've went to Walmart, charged,
Yeah.
I've got arrested or I've
Yeah.
been killed or something, dude. I've
Yeah,
had people,
that's not your
man,
character,
just not even
yeah.
show up. And the next day, it's like some Mickey Mouse stuff.
Right.
He's like, oh, I went to look at a car. Oh, I'm sorry. Did you forget I was a human? I blocked the whole day out.
Right.
Can we do it tomorrow,
yeah.
brother?
Like, have some respect. Yeah.
Dog, you want to slide me 100 for you even hit my line again, dog. I mean, really? You know, if you want to be funny about it, man. But it's like,
No, you're right, though. Like, I get it.
people
Like, I
has
get
got
it.
uncomfortable, man. Tomorrow's the enemy.
Right.
You know, people's like, man, we'll figure it out tomorrow. Man, that's going to get old after a while.
Yeah. We need to figure this shit out today, right now. Yeah.
Good time to do it. Yeah. And if it's going to be any logical person, man, you do that. I think one would respect, say, hey, man, I appreciate you knocking that Pop-Tart plum in my hand.
Yeah.
I was mad about my last one, hit the mud. I was mad, but I respect that.
Right.
And if they don't, you ain't the right one for this room.
Well,
anyway.
That's right.
well, they're not going to wait tomorrow at court to serve that bench warrant.
Hell no.
No,
what I'm saying?
great point. Great point. My daughter, dude, you know, she wrecked like 4 cars back to back. I mean, she's in her head, like, every time I wreck a car, I got a better one. So she's like, you know, I got her restrictions down, dude. And then she's
Right.
like, hey, Daddy, can I get a coffee? I was like, homie, you live in a 2D world right now.
Right.
Think about
Right.
getting video games for the 1900s and you're on a course.
Right.
So the coffee is on this course, but I'm talking about a block over. It's over with because this is how it works. Hey, Your Honor, before I do my time here, I want to say Spillway has great catfish on Wednesdays.
Right. Right.
Is that all?
Right.
That's
Right.
denied.
Yeah.
You know, the audacity. And so, I mean, time I man told her she probably had Ouija boards out. I mean, but you know what? the next day, a funny thing happened. She tried to take me and weaponize me against her mother. Anything I've ever been frustrated, I said, no, ma'am.
Oh.
You know, I know what you're doing, and even though I might agree with that, but you're about to get even more smoke for even doing that.
Right.
Don't do that. Because you never been on my side when y'all been friends the last 5 years.
Right.
Right. And that psychology, man, it's the most important thing, man. That's why I like the things you guys got going on. It's really important, man, for people to have an edge about survival. You got to have somebody that's either been in the military. Like, you can't teach us in the academy.
Right.
You got to have hands-on.
You got to have hands-on experience.
Yeah, no facts.
But 100%. That's why, I mean, I think my boy, man, because, you can be, hey, sorry meeting you at this lowest point in your life, right. but you can be empathetic. But I mean, hey, we've been through enough stuff where we had to get up. Who's coming for us?
Right.
Nobody. Matter of fact, the world, if you get down, throw some dirt on him, he's done. And we come back, we get dropped off in gang neighborhoods and come back up while they're eating breakfast and stuff. They thought we was dead to the world. We say, you got a phone charger, buddy? Oh, God, it's a long walk. And I take pride. I love when the world, because, we've had to step away for a couple of times, man. Like I said, I mean, we both been stuff. My woman almost died in a car wreck and stuff, and I quit touring and stuff. And really, the world. I mean, there's like 3 years, man. I couldn't even mess with it, dude. And it's like great. I got 100 tracks. It's like we recorded like Tupac.
Yeah.
And then we dive and put 10 more albums out.
Yeah.
And so that's what I love about being free, not being on a label, man. Is we're just now and now.
Yeah,
like, what, I'm gonna put an album out. You know what? Nah, I'm gonna go see my mama.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Nobody really cares. Nobody. It's not. That's the thing that's changed. Go ahead.
No. It was beautiful what you said, because I want to say this.
Yeah.
I want to say this part. You were asking about success earlier. Twang Round has built their music career into residual income.
Yeah.
Not even trying to.
Trying to. If you can get any income from music, you're making a win right there.
Yeah, especially digital. There's no overhead in
to get it to a point to where there's enough to pay your bills and it comes for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
I think that's success on a level that most do not get.
It's because of social media, man. They get in there and see people rent these cars and stuff, man, these Airbnbs and stuff. They're like, oh, man, who knows, man? They might be in debt where they got to make a $3,500 payment a month. Can you sign up for a $3,500 payment a month? And you got to ask yourself, it's social media, man. What's the W to you?
Yeah, absolutely.
Man, my house ain't nothing fancy. That mug's got flying squirrels that comes up in there sometimes.
But it's beautiful. I mean, you got a beautiful home.
It is. Yeah, man, but it's it ain't nothing fancy.
Yeah, but it's your solitude, and there's so much peace. His home is.
I can shoot grenades out there.
That's right.
I mean, that's what you're talking about. I can let a grenade off and rock half the county, and it's all right.
Nobody cares.
My road is 16 miles. That's no BS. I did 16 miles, and so the ones that believe in zombies, I got like 3 to deal with.
Dude, if the apocalypse comes, I'm coming to your house.
Oh, for sure.
Perfect place to be.
Even when I was on parole and stuff, man, the pro officer didn't even have enough gas money to get in and mess with it. It's way out of the way. Like, you're not coming by my house, man, on the way to get a hamburger. It dead ends at the boat ramp, fam. 16 miles out the way, Clyde. It took me 3.5 years to see y'all.
Crazy. Okay, so I have to ask a question, and it's okay. You can say, you know what, I'm not going to answer that. But in your opinion, when you talk about staying independent, I have other friends that are artists, and they're, really passionate about staying independent as well. And some of them have said to me, Brooke, I'm just not willing to make those sacrifices, you know what I mean, to get to that next level or to be owned by a label or whatever the case may be, right? Like, how far down the rabbit hole can we go and talk about this? But like, in your opinion, is that real? You know what I mean? Like,
as deep as you want to go.
Let's go deep. Let's go deep. Yeah.
All right. So there's multiple answers to this, and I'll let him elaborate too. Is number one, I'm just going to break it down in analogies.
Okay.
If you're a 16-year-old kid and you're out here trying to make it in the music industry and you're living at home with mom and dad, it may make sense to sign a record deal of some sort, and get that, even a 360 at that point.
Okay.
The way the record deals work is everything's a loan. So like when you go into it, think of it as like student loans.
Yeah.
Like starting college with student loans. You're going to go through 4 years. You're going to learn all of this stuff. You're going to have all of these things thrown at you. Then when it's time to actually go out on the road and go to your job or go touring.
Yeah.
Okay, now you're paying all of this stuff back.
Okay.
So you're always kept in a deficit when it comes to getting a record deal like it stands in the record industry.
Got it. Okay.
So to even make a deal real, you have to get what they call advancement money. So if you're going to sign a record deal and you're not what I just explained, say you're a 20-something-year-old artist that's independent, that's having to pay rent, having to pay gas and all this stuff, if that advancement money isn't life-changing to the point to where you'll never have to want money again, you may want to stay independent.
Okay.
Because wouldn't you agree to that?
Well, I mean, it depends on what year you're talking about, you know.
Well, even right now, it's.
I mean, our labels are dead. I mean,
right,
you know,
right.
It's like
That's exactly what I'm
songs.
saying.
I mean, I ain't stepping on your toes. I mean, go ahead. I mean, but I've got a whole outlook, you know, that touches on that and the difference. Like, I would ask you, let's play an artist real quick. Why, like, I'm a label. Why do you want a label for?
Right. Okay. I'm with you.
Is it a money thing?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because here's the thing, man. 2025, but see, it's the thing, man. People, man, they tell their hopes and dreams to the people when you get this dopamine release and like, oh man, that's great. Yeah, dude, you'd be perfect for that. You ain't done the work yet.
Right.
Now where's your motivation? Now you've gassed yourself out because now you got to do the work. You done told them. Now you really double down on yourself.
Yeah.
And now you're a procrastinator. You see what I'm saying? And so I like, man, getting stuff in action. But to his point, like coming up, that is very embedded in us because, you know, they gatekeep like on you come from when, you know, Ron Spalding, I mean, that's Priority Records.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how Ice Cube, and that's how you get into Walmarts and Best Buys and all that because they got 100%. The distributing like a, what's the distributor, the big distributor? Alliance.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, we had direct. Now, if I had met Ron in the 90s, most of my friends probably wouldn't even met me maybe. It'd been a whole different circle, right? You know, $22 CDs. I mean, they didn't make the No Limit deal. They made like 18 million in the first rolling 12.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah.
So when you say they gatekeep, you mean to get you mainstream? Is that what you're saying?
What I'm saying is, man, is like I got my iPhone now, and I've got some killer shots. So I'm just filming you when you're in mode and stuff. It's very cinematic. Just the technology and the AI. And it's all there, but people will still pay people like me to come in and do some stuff like that, you know. Right. And hey, there's still a time where human action, you know, not to step on none of this stuff right here, but there's no excuse. Your distribution, you can be 14 years old. Now, when we first started, your distribution it had to be some kind of distro deal, like what's like Street Flavor or what's the one out in Memphis? There was an old one out in Memphis, man, that everybody used, man. It was a distribution. I mean, where somebody will weigh in on the comments, I'm sure, you know, but yeah, that's how much it's changed where, you know, it usually was a money thing. Like, hey, man, I'll put up all the money in the artist's head. It's like, dude, I'll go to Hollywood. I don't have to come out my check right here.
Right.
Yeah, but what happens is, man, you get no residuals. You get that advancement. You got to pay that back.
Yeah.
And let's just say it's never a 50-50 deal, but let's just say for easy math, it's that. But you're recouping not at my 50%. You're 50% on all the money, not at a dollar rate.
Wow.
You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
So you see
that
what
makes sense. Yeah.
Right.
You're always at a deficit. They're always going to keep you to where you owe them.
Yeah.
So they can keep control.
Okay.
And so what's just so crazy about that is you're creating all of the music, and they're giving you an advance to do that, and then you've got to pay it back.
Oh wow.
My daddy said there's always loopholes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So what I did is when I first got my first
and you're going to
invoice,
keep percentages of everything.
Yeah.
I like your style.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
So I got with my accountant, man, Merle. Golly, I know he was expensive. He was $1,500 a day.
Oh, are you hearing this? This is good.
Yeah.
And that's how we got out of this deal, pretty much. You know, because nobody ever told this one was happening. Because we're paying $10,000 for video. It's their equipment. Hey girls, come over to be in this video. Shake your booty in this video. You know, not this is what happens to artists, right? And you're not paying for all this. And now, if your goal is the high fives and like womanize and stuff like that, then great. This will work out great for you.
Right.
But when you're not paying for the food you took her out with, card's not working. You see what I'm saying? Then you got this animosity, man, towards the label. Like, hey, man, what's going on, dude? Well, families, this paperwork, you sign right here. This means something, and they'll use words like, well, we're going to take this to a third party. And it's spun like, well, man, if it's those fire, we'll bring in somebody like Atlantic. Nobody ever said that. They make a third party within the company. Now they're getting 75%. Yeah.
They're the same entity.
Right, but
it's
now
legal.
you've signed it. But what they do is, man, they get these artists where he's saying for it legally to bind, because there's even past labels that we worked right now. We could go back on right now because they never gave us an advancement. We could go out right now, and they know we can, and press them and probably get those masters back. But, we just, we keep moving. That's how, man, in tune we are with stuff. That's the past.
Yeah.
And our fault for not answering the questions and stuff. And, hey. Right. I mean,
you learned. It was an education.
We might go see them this evening.
You do better. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Right. So it don't have to be a loss. It can be a lesson.
Right. Absolutely. I say that all the time. Every loss that I take is really not a loss. It's a lesson. Like looking back, the things that I feel like too have been losses were the biggest lessons of my life. And the things that I feel like are roadblocks of rejection were the best redirection that God could have ever given me for my life. 100%.
I tell you what, I don't know how long this is, but I do want to touch on like some of the stuff that you guys talk about, about like the wrongful convictions and stuff like that. I don't know, maybe another podcast, but I got a lot to say on that too, But,
definitely. We're definitely going to have you back.
Yeah,
We're
for
definitely
sure. Don't let me overstep, but I like what you got going on, and I got a lot to say about it for sure. So please have me back.
Yeah, I definitely will. Tell me what you want to talk about though. Like, let me hear what you're saying about the wrongful convictions.
Well, I mean, just when you got people that's doing the innocent projects and stuff like that, just like entities like that, and you're getting hundreds of people. How many more is there?
Yeah. Oh, I say that all the time.
And it's like man, I just believe in second chances, man, because I know it's about a last name.
Yeah.
I've experienced it. It ain't about the crime. It's a little bit about the crime, but who done the crime?
Right.
Poor folk, minority, or senator's son.
Yeah.
And I think if the law is going to be applied, it shouldn't be just proportional.
It should be across the board. Absolutely.
Well,
I love what you said because like when I was going through the situation in Sumner County with Young Buck, I know that, you probably have seen that.
Sure.
We did a protest and it was a big thing. And hundreds of people were messaging us like, this happened to me, this happened to my son, this happened to this person, like horrible things too, like horrible things. And we were like, oh my God, if there's hundreds that are coming forward now, imagine the thousands that are still silent. You know what I mean? And that this has happened to. And every single one of those people who reached out to me or my team also the same thing. I've been silenced. I'm scared. I've been silent because I'm scared, and that's what they're banking on. They're banking on you sitting down and shutting the hell up. You know what I mean?
Give up.
Yeah. You
accept your fate and stuff, But, one thing specific is me and Twang, we got hired to do a documentary for cannabis dispensaries and just about that. But there was one individual, man, he was a ex-DTF agent, and he owns the cannabis. And he said that that's what he done for the whole time was knew that for 30 years. But, he's going to places like the TBI and stuff like that and testifying to his constituents and stuff like that. But, we was reading some of the cases, man, where you got an ounce of bud, 30 years. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So, I asked, and, people say, well, it was illegal back then. Why is it illegal? Why is it legal now?
Right.
What changed?
Yeah, what changed? Something to think about.
Actually, the cannabis got stronger. That's what changed.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah,
and
thank you, man, for the service that you provide and putting that 250,000 lumens that I'm talking about. So, hey, hold on a second, Clyde. Even though it's going to get you some smoke too. Hey, Chattanooga smoke train, here we come. Let's ride with you.
Yeah, but Brooke's about that life.
I'm definitely about that life.
Yeah, she's that friend that'll show up.
The underdog, the ones that like, man, I don't think we got a chance to be like, man, just believe in yourself and believe in me, and I believe we can do it. If you got faith in me, then you just lead with God, and what's done in the dark will be brought to the light. It don't 100%. Matter if it's the government, whoever, man.
Yeah, 100%. And to piggyback off what you said, it's so important for you to know that you have friends like that will ride with you, and that's what Buck knows for sure. When we're speaking on his case, and it's almost like, and I've never said this to him before, but I wanted to say, hey, listen, look at those videos of all the people that were out there for those protests. Fucking strangers, man. Fans, strangers, a small group of your good friends. But what about all those people? You know what I mean? What about all those people that claim to be your friends? Where the fuck are they at? Why are they not on the front lines right now? Yeah. And I've never said that to him, and I probably never will. Hopefully he's not listening to this podcast. I probably never will. I don't want to hurt his feelings. But at the end of the day, that's the reality. I did say that to our friends, to our circle of friends. You know what I mean? That's important to show up for the people and to have people in your life that are going to show up for you. Mm-hmm. And I feel like so many people don't have that. They don't have those true ride or die people, and especially the people that have reached out to me. And that's why I really started this program, Proverbs Innocence.
Yes.
And just kind of a little bit of backstory around where I got that. I grew up in a super private Christian school, very religious background. If you ask me now, what's your religion, Miss Brooke, I would say my religion is love. Yeah. Whatever gets you to the higher power of your own understanding. But I grew up very, religious. And in the book of Proverbs, it talks about how we, the people, should have the compassion for these people, really, who are innocent and are getting falsely, accused. Back then, they were crucified. They were stoned to death, right? Now they're caged to death or, possible lethal injection. Think about all these people that have been on death row and they get put to death, and then later DNA comes and, shows that, they're really innocent. You know what I mean? Like, that's really fucked up, right?
Oh, yeah.
And so I'm like, okay, this to me is like, what can I do? What is the modern day Proverbs? You know what I mean? And that is where I really got the inspiration for this program, because it's like the book of Proverbs Innocence. For these innocent people, we need to have
I didn't know you was even doing that, so that's awesome.
Yeah,
dope,
I am. I really just strive to give them a voice, like really be the voice for the voiceless, but to give them a platform to come on and speak about, what they've been through and how they've been targeted and how that's affected their life. I feel like that's very, for one, therapeutic for people, but also it's building a community of people that we can say, okay, we're really talking about this now, because that's where it starts. Like, that's where change really cultivates. That's the foundation, is to raise awareness to what's going on and have these conversations. But then not only do I want to talk about it, I want to give you the resources to get yourself out of this situation, to get the justice that you deserve, because some of these people, a lot of these people, like you spoke about, they're minorities, or they're, in poverty stricken areas, or they don't have the means to be able to fight back, right? They don't have the money to go hire attorneys like you spoke on. What if it's the senator's son? Oh, they're good. They got the money. They're going to pay for the lawyer. They're going to pay.
Somebody's going to file the paperwork for them.
100%. But what about these people that don't have the money?
You're going to have to climb the mountain. You want me to do it for you? And some people ain't going to climb the mountain.
Right.
Well, that's unfortunate.
That's right.
Yeah.
But some of these people, too, are innocent and they're indigent. Like, they can't even, you know what I mean? Like, they've been, I deal with a lot of people that are disabled, like for real disabled, not like play disabled. Like, they're for real disabled.
Sure.
Right. Or they have things that have gone on that have really kept them oppressed in this vicious cycle of oppression that they just do not know how to get out of. You know what I mean? And so for those people, I'm like, it's not fair for them to go to trial with a bullshit attorney. They don't have resources for private investigators. They don't have resources, to get forensics and all of those things. Right. And they go to prison for the rest of their natural life, or they get put to death ultimately for something they didn't fucking do because they didn't have the means. So what this program does is it provides them the means. So all of the money that we raise goes to legal fees, forensic experts, private investigators to really help, prove their innocence. Thank you so much. So I think that's really important.
Yeah, most definitely. Well, I guess, that's amazing, really, and that's awesome, and that's something you're going to sign in stone when people talk about your name, right? Because, it's their time, what do you do with your time? If you ain't here, you're there,
100%.
Yeah. It's really awesome. I just tell everybody, man, to the world, man, it's like you need to learn how to love yourself before you can ever ask somebody to love you, man. Absolutely. Because you're going to die alone.
Yeah.
Nobody can die for you, man. And I used to, when I moved out to the country, man, I love cooking out. And I never could, like, if I couldn't get 2 or 3 buddies together, I just wouldn't do it.
Right.
Then I had to get this ruthless audit, man. I just fell off from everybody, man. I stay in tune, you know what I'm saying? But just, I really quit putting my daughter on social media and stuff, and I really, that's one thing I wish I could have, because of the scams and stuff and people that try to pretend to be you and stuff. But I tell, man, know what it's like to fall off. Don't make people worried about you, man. But like, you're where you want to go out and do these things with people, don't do it. Learn how to be okay, because this is an internal experience.
100%. Yeah.
And if you can't get that under control, man, I think that's where it needs to start, really. And pain is real. Trauma is something that we pack. We come from different areas.
Absolutely.
And know that life ain't fair. Know that right off dribble. Life ain't fair. Right. But just don't lay down and let the bully run over you, man. Absolutely. If you got any breath, don't lay down and give up, man. It's never, because I've seen cases get overturned 20 years later.
Absolutely. Yeah. Facts. Was there ever a time that you felt like giving up? Was there ever?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think anybody,
Yeah.
I've been self-employed for 20 years. I've had to go down when I just quit touring and stuff, and I just had to quit everything, dude. I had to go get and do regular work.
Yeah.
And it tripped the company out that I went into. That, what are you doing here?
Right.
Well, I'm not here to hang out. It messed them up.
Right. Absolutely.
But it was a great prophecy over there. I had a great time. I left a great legacy over there. Yeah. I bullied the bullies over there.
That's amazing.
Just with wit, I'd spin around
amazing.
forklifts. I said, I ain't back. I know they couldn't stand me, dude. Spinning around and stuff. People was like, man, you're crazy, dude. I had a ball, man. But I tell people, man, before I was like, dude, if you want to quit before, they be on parole and stuff. And I was like, man, before you quit, dude, I said, just do this for me, dog. If you got any respect. I said, at least give it. Don't quit now. Finish out, man. I said, if you don't want to come back tomorrow, just don't come back and finish today. And they come back and hug me, man, and be like, dude, I was so mad. It was so hot.
Oh, I bet.
That hate to do something to somebody, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But man, I hit that wide open. I didn't even think about it because it's not about procrastination. I say, ain't nothing to it but to do it.
That's right. Yes.
So if you're out there, man, and you got off in left field, man, I mean, because there is a system designed to swallow you, 100%. Eat you alive.
It's a monster. Yeah, 100%.
And those monsters get whooped up. Sometimes we'll jump it like a gang.
That's right.
We got to, man.
Up in here.
Yeah, for real. But just know, man, just be thankful. Really, that you're having these problems in 2025 and not 1983.
Yeah.
Because I think you'd be a bigger pickle for real.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, there's been a lot of times in my past where, especially through the whole depth of the child support thing we were talking about, where I wanted to give up, and what always brought me back was God would hit me with the discernment and say, well, you can't give up because look at your kids.
Yeah.
You can't give up on them.
Absolutely.
And that's what pushed me to stay in their lives and fight because I'm their dad.
Yeah.
And they're my children. And no matter what I had to go through, I climbed the mountain.
Yeah.
Man, that dude's been through some stuff.
And I'll keep climbing the mountain. And because it's God's plan. There's a reason that mountain was put there. And it's to make me the best mountain climber ever.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So
absolutely.
And also too to count my blessings and realize that there's people out there a whole lot less fortunate than I.
Right.
And those are the people I pray for and have a lot of sorrow in my heart for because they don't have the tools and resources that God's given me.
Yeah.
And man, how lost they must feel.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. I say that all the time. Like, no matter what I'm going through, somebody out there is going through something so much worse.
Yeah, I mean, like, how much is your legs worth? I mean, how much is them ankles worth?
Yeah.
I mean, put a price. Is there a price?
Yeah.
Take your legs and stuff. I mean, every person that I know that's got deep pockets, that's of age, is like, man, to be 32 again.
Yeah.
They're like, man, I would trade my whole banking account.
Right.
And it's like,
100%.
imagine somebody's like, hey, I'm going to give you $1 billion, but you got 24 hours to live. That changes everything.
100%.
So I think joy, man, is what you really want. So you got to find something to give it purpose in life, give you a reason to show up. And that could be your job. I mean, I found purpose in my job. I mean, somebody counted that actually helped me mentally, because like I was sleeping till 4 p.m. and stuff. Oh, there's not a worse feeling, man, watching the sun go down.
Yeah. And
I'm calling my cousin on a Tuesday. I'm like, hey, you want to cook out? Dude, it's 10:30 at night. He still got up. He's like, man, let me smoke a cigarette. Dude, I would have been so mad. Somebody showed up at my house. Shout out Nick, man.
Yeah.
Hey. And, dude.
Sure.
And,
You're right.
But just know, man, that it's just a paradox because you're never going to, somebody's got to be the rock in the storm. Say, hey, this is the way it is. Tough love, man. And I'm sorry, but I'm here to help if you want. If not, you can dig it deeper. Adios.
That's right. Yeah, absolutely.
Because it's a private business, man.
Yeah.
You're
100% right. I tell people all the time, like, when you feel helpless, help someone else. You know what I mean? Help someone else.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah.
Man, I say I hit the lick on the devil. I said when the devil pulls up on me, it's like a robber in the bushes and stuff. I hit a lick on him and I bless somebody. Seriously, man, I take that dude and oh my God, dude. I was ready to blow a gasket, dude. And I pulled up at Kroger's. I had about 4 minutes getting in, just me and his motorcycle ride out there. And I was like, oh, it's a great opportunity to ask for a cigarette or something, dude. But he looked at me, dude. I could even hear his voice. He said, man, I bet you ain't got a pair of jumper cables, dude. He done gave up. I looked at him. I said, dude, I got the baddest jumper cables you ever seen. I said, hold on. I said, I'll come to you. He couldn't even believe it, dude. So I've been in that situation on a motorcycle, completely dead or whatever. And he was like, man, he's like, I'm going to. After we got him jumped here, he's like, man, I'm gonna beat my boy's butt, man. I said, why would you do that, man? I said, it's just an honest mistake. And I said, what's your name? He's like, Chuck. He said, what's your? I said, Brad. And he said, man, what I owe you? I said, man, just pass it on. And dude, that made me feel so good, dude. Because he done gave up. I heard in his voice, phone's dead. 10 o'clock at night.
Oh my God.
I mean, it's not the worst situation, but
no, it's a bad situation.
It's a bad situation. You had to ask a stranger for a phone. 100%. We all love that.
Right.
He ain't definitely using my phone. Jumper cables, I got your phone.
Don't scroll to the left.
No, it's about, man, you doing this. Say you calling that number, say, all right, man, the package is there, and I gotta go look. I got papers and stuff because I was aiding a criminal or something, No, or you run off with a smartphone.
Right.
Said, damn, boy, he was fast. I bet he ran 22 miles an hour. I couldn't even catch him. He's gone. But anyway, it played out the way it's supposed to, man. And that's what I love, man. Is like if you take it negative energy, it's like you're mad, dude, the door's still on the wall. I'm not mad.
Right.
But you can take the energy where you don't black out and you be aware. Because that's something, man, where I used to get lost in my mind.
Yeah.
And because especially when you're on the defense and you work so hard at something, and now somebody's got you on the defense. I'm like, well, I'll pay it for a little while. Well, how long is that?
Yeah.
3 months? I got to know how that's coming. So clarity. There's nothing wrong with it.
Right.
And my boy right here is pretty crystal clear on some stuff, especially when it's got to be there. But it's not just like, it's going to be like this. You see what I'm saying? There's some bosses like that, dude. And that's good. But yeah, man, I'm proud of my boy, man. I mean, hell, he's got pilot license and everything, probably.
That's amazing. Amazing.
Yeah, man. But yeah.
So looking back, is there a song or a project that you guys feel is like ahead of its time?
Oh man, yeah.
Work release for sure.
Work release program, the whole album.
That was the first album, man.
Yeah, that whole album was definitely ahead of its time. It was. I remember when we first started doing shows, and one that sticks out in my head more than any is Cincinnati. We went with Crime Mob. We did a show with Crime Mob, and this was back when people did not understand country rap.
Oh, it was
right.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We came in and we opened up for Crime Mob in downtown Cincinnati.
In a metal building.
In a club in downtown Cincinnati.
Wow.
And when we started the set, like he said, everybody was like,
I don't think there was a movement.
Then
I see these mannequins.
Right.
Not mannequins.
Then as it went on and they started getting the vibe.
After the show, he was like, the fuck is that? Like, here, kitty, he was like, dog, it was like, the shit my daddy listened to my power and then mixed with this. And it's like, here she come, like old records and stuff.
That is hilarious.
It was like unicorns is what it was. It's like when we went to LA.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
and we was dressed like the 80s, and these little kids were like 22 years old. It's like, oh my god, we was like LL Cool J. And he looked like, dude, he had a gold chain, he looked like a cocaine dealer, he had a ring.
God.
Dude. Dog. He was a diamond like. He had hair. Y'all have to put the picture up on the podcast. I'll send you the pictures, man. But
I'm so dead.
But man, it just
That's hilarious.
Yeah, we've lived.
Is that the album that Here Kitty Kitty is on?
Yeah. No, there was a lot of that. We went to LA. That was with 13 Skulls. That was with actually a great partnership with Ron Spalding.
Well, she was asking what album Here Kitty Kitty's on.
Oh, yes, ma'am.
That was it. Okay.
Program, yeah.
He was so. You call him Twang. So the world calls him Twang. Vernon would. I call him Alan because I've known him since I was 15.
See, I know what area you know him from.
So when I was 15, he goes by Alan still to this day.
I bet you don't know this name. Ray.
I don't know that.
I'm just kidding.
I'm like, wow,
I'm a ray of sunshine.
Oh my God, yes, Lord.
KT, Vernon, Roach, I mean, yeah, dude.
So Alan and I were on the way back from somewhere, and he was like telling us about how they play like Here Kitty Kitty and like all the strip clubs and like whatever.
Yeah. You talking about psychology? I get a Facebook message, and he's like, "Thanks a lot, man. I'm going through a divorce. My kid heard Here Kitty Kitty." I didn't do nothing but screenshot it and send it to a couple people. I was like, "Yep, dog. This is 2:33 in the morning."
God,
man.
That song was created. It was a B-side song. Yeah, and we didn't even threw it on the album.
Come out.
Yeah, we threw it on the album. It was made specifically for gentlemen's clubs. Yeah,
100%.
Yeah.
And listen, when I say they caught on, like how many streams a month does it get?
Bunch, I'm scared to say.
Yeah. It's crazy. The amount of, and so it's still doing the thing.
We recorded that in the projects, Concrete Walls, Housing Authority on a $200 mic, and we've put $15,000 into a record. We're like, guys, this is it. It just flopped. I mean, it still ain't made the money back on it. You just don't never know, and that's the beautiful thing about it. Because like music, man. David Barrick says, a great producer from Glasgow, Kentucky. He was like, man, he's just like the language of the universe, man. The radio frequencies and these emotions, and you put these emotions on wax for people.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, I like your style, brother. Which we got to get with Dave. I'm sorry, man, that I've spent all my life to meet you, brother. And we had a text thread going, and we just disappeared on you. But we're alive and well, brother. We're actually in Nashville, Tennessee today. I hope to get with you soon, brother. Just know we're thinking about you. We was in a great taste. I heard about him my whole life since I was like 12. I'm back at CDs. I met him. Then when he's like, I want to work with y'all, I was like, oh my God, yes, text thread, then poof. Life happened.
Oh God, that is so freaking funny. Oh my God, that's hilarious.
Yeah, shout out to a legend though, man.
Yeah.
I'll get you for my 50th birthday, brother.
Yeah.
No, next subject.
So let me tell you. So while we're still on the subject of Here Kitty Kitty, so I had never heard that song before. I had also never been in a strip club before. But one night we had some artists here and some other people were out, and I was with one of my best friends, and we all gone to dinner. Not at dinner. So then they said, "Hey, we're gonna stop by this one place, meet somebody." Okay. So I get there and I'm like, well. He's like, "Are you coming in?" And I'm like, "Well, I'm not fucking sitting in the parking lot." You know what I mean? So I go in, to the strip club with him. And I hear that song for the first time ever. Like, hear that song. And I'm like, I know. That voice sounds really familiar. And I'm like, this can't be. This can't be.
Wow.
So funny. So as we're going to leave and tap out, my friend says, "I'm not ever bringing you back. I don't ever want to come. Where's the hand sanitizer? I don't even want to come back. But why do you say you're not going to bring me back? Like, just because I want to know." He's like, because, man, they all pay attention to you. And I'm like, no, that's just because I'm tipping them well. You know what I mean? Yeah. They're like, "Miss Brooke."
You obviously don't understand how a strip club works, sir.
Clearly.
Yeah. They're going to pay attention to whoever's making it rain in that piece, you know what I'm saying?
So flash forward to probably 15 years later, AI's got that Here Kitty Kitty in 12 languages now. Y'all should check it out. Y'all should hear the salsa version. It's awesome, man. The beat patterns.
Oh, God, that is hilarious. So fast forward, same strip club. You just heard this song, or you just heard this whole story the other day. I'll tell you. So I was about to get married, and I was going to have a bachelorette party. Well, my husband was going to a bachelor party. Okay, so in the beginning of the night, we we're all together, you know what I mean? Then the girls split off, went to, do karaoke, whatever, right? They tell us they're going to Bible study. So I'm like, Bible study? First they said Top Golf, and I'm like, oh, okay. Then they said Bible study. When they said Bible study, I'm like, oh no, something's going on. I'm not buying that. But we all met back up at the end of the night, go to this establishment. My husband's running in the bathroom. I'm like, what is going on? The next morning I get up, and my clients are sending me these videos, right? Because they're strippers, they work at the strip club. And they're like, "Miss Brooke, is this the person that you're going to marry?" They're in the fucking strip club drawing dicks on my husband's back. And they're sending me the video. And I'm like, "Hey, honey, I thought you said you went to Bible study." Asking for a friend.
Man, Bible study's changed a whole lot.
Bible study went ham, bro. I mean,
that's some fellowship.
That's some holy water up in there.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Plus your husband, he's got a wide back, too, man. I bet they went ham on that, dude. Oh, yeah.
Oh, God.
At least it wasn't a tattoo, huh?
Correct.
There's some mean ones.
Correct.
Tonight on Bible study.
Hilarious. In the book of Genesis.
Oh, man. Oh, my gosh.
Oh, God. It's so funny. So
She
funny.
said, "You ain't going to kill him." I said, "He used a tattoo gun. He put a wiener on my neck." I said, "He's gone. He's dusted." She said, "That's
going to be a cover-up, son.
I said, "I'll tell him I did it. We'll skip trial and everything. Don't worry about it. Mention your name, dude. It's over with."
Oh, God. Okay, getting back on topic
Yes,
here.
Oh, we just blew the roof off. We're going to reel it back in. It's a 1 ounce sinker.
Come on the podcast. We're gonna talk about some interesting topics.
Right.
We're not limiter on that microphone, dog. It's getting crazy. We're hearing big decimals.
They just changed the sign out front. It was Brooks Bonding. Now it says Brooks Bondage.
That's right.
What's going on over
I said, "Well, I'm the spokesman for that." I said, "It's life." I said, "There's opportunity, and if it's not going to be us, I mean, we're
Right,
great.
We've got a perfect song for a commercial.
Oh, dude. If you get in the hole, call Miss Brooke on the pole. That's it.
Oh my God.
I said, "Like a 1 ounce sinker." I said, "Party pose."
If your night got too litty, call Here Kitty Kitty.
Oh, yeah. Couple of hillbillies.
Oh,
Couple of hillbillies.
my God.
Oh, yeah. I said, "Did you get wild and flip your car into the Green River? Now it's a PSI report floating around with your name on it." Oh, Here Kitty Kitty.
Oh, God, that's hilarious.
So, Mike,
That's how it
Brooke told
happens,
me
man.
about your visit to the strip club.
I said, "They use like a magic marker on that, or like crayons." Somebody says a coloring pencil.
It's a color pencil.
Oh, God, is that what it was? Yeah.
No.
I don't know. He said he went to the bathroom. He was scrubbing it off. He told us it was paper towels and soap trying to get it off.
Man, that's instant fun. My cousin shot me with frozen paintballs. It was 6 bruises in one.
God.
I mean, like an orbit. It was black, then it was purple, then it was green and yellow. He shot me point blank range with frozen paintballs.
Of course he did.
John David.
But you got to understand Round's family, because I've been privy to go to some holidays.
Yeah.
I was there one Thanksgiving and got shot right in the ass.
Yeah, with
a pellet gun.
Yeah, oh my God.
Oh, they loved it.
CO2
His uncles and stuff. I mean, yeah.
CO2. He said no headshots. I was on the side of the car, dude. I'm 12, dude. He went under and shot me in the shin. Oh, I tried to kill him.
Yes.
He said, hey, I am behind the tree. He said, hey, idiot. He shot way faster. You're dead. I said, I was pellets. Not these pellets. Yeah, I had to go to Greenview Hospital and dig them out of me and stuff. But I mean, it wasn't no people for us back then. We survival. It wasn't child services, man. We didn't get that until the 90s, bro.
Yeah.
Dude.
Oh, yeah, dude, man, they pulled him in their driveway. Dude, bro, leave it a hostage.
Oh, my daddy would have beat the brakes off the social worker. It would have been horrible.
You got to send the police department. If you love that guy, you ain't gonna send him out here.
No.
Times are so different though. Like, I feel like, used to, you could really discipline your children. I mean, we grew up in an era that, like, that we're getting the belt, grandma's going to get the switch. You know what I mean? Like, nowadays, you can't do that type of shit, like, at all whatsoever. DCS is definitely going to be at your house. And that's why you have a whole generation.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Of badass kids.
Yeah. Well, they had corporal punishment when I was in elementary school. Yeah. I mean, you get the paddle.
Right.
For
sure.
I mean, they take you out in the hallway.
I get whooped in Browns with the paddle. I actually got hit with the paddle. I'm not even sure if it's legal. We might need to look back in on that. There might be some money right there.
Let's check into it.
Oh, yeah. That was probably like 92.
Statutes and limitations.
Yeah, statutes and limitations on that.
Yeah, I was a child, man. It hurt.
Oh, God. That's hilarious.
But what you were saying, think about this, though. It's because the time everything's poured on us. So I'm watching, man, chicken nuggets and iPads to his child, and they're trying to figure out what's going on. They're screaming. It's like, fam, he was eating chicken nuggets and an iPad, dude. Be the rock in the storm, but it's inconvenient. But it's one of those things where it gets complex is you can't train somebody half the week to be like, oh, your daddy's baby. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to get the belt. I'm either stand on or don't. Are you whooping them because you lost 10,000 in a poker game and you spilled some Kool-Aid?
Right.
Or they really need correction,
Yeah. Absolutely.
The chicken nuggets and the iPad, mama. Maybe daddy.
So before we go, I have to ask you, what has your proudest moment in your career been so far?
Well, probably where I am right now, just the ruthless audit check. And I've always been, gifted, man, like with the way of my words and to have empathy. And, me and Twang's done a lot of benefits where we've seen a family of 6 and 5 get took away.
Right.
Or, we've seen children, we've been to a lot of children's funerals and just a lot of different things, man. But, just like where I was going to all these places, man, but I had a hashtag movement going called the Snack King and all the sugary desserts, and then people would be sending me stuff, and nobody, even like my best friends or nothing, didn't take their hand and just knock it plumb out of my hand, because I'm the age I am now. I buried my dad 15 years from now and really started losing toes and stuff about 5 years from now. And so really, man, is my career. This bleeds into my career because this gritty gospel project you guys are going to hear, this is who I am as a man now. And I almost put some tracks on there from 10 years ago, but like our music, man, there's seasons to it.
Yeah. For sure.
I have seen $1 million on the floor. In fact, I got on a VCR tape in 1989 when the sheriff pulled in, which is my grandfather. He said, oh, Daddy's pulling up. He said, get rid of him. And told Joe, my uncle, went out there. He said, hey, he pretty much told him what it was. He said, I don't believe you. He said, if it's that much money, I want to see it. And my dad had the video camera. And he came in there, seen all that, and he had an anxiety attack. He started closing the blinds. He said, y'all are idiots.
Oh, my God.
Through the whole house. Oh, that's back when $1,000 bills and stuff was in circulation and stuff, And that's coming from Mammoth Cave, Kentucky, where we don't have a stoplight in the 80s. And, the 3-strike laws and stuff like that. Man, I look back as a grown-up now. I know I'm sorry, I'm getting a little off topic, man. But yeah, that's the biggest career thing for me is the man I am today, to look at somebody in the eyes and say, like, you mean file a grievance for you or something?
Right.
The world's being mean to you?
Yeah.
Sorry, dog.
Yeah.
And that reflects in my music now. So now just being able to just that ruthless audit check, and really, man, like all of my lug nuts right now are my monster drinks. I know Juliana, man. I love those. Damn, dude, life is hard, man. But it's no different than any other addict stuff, man. Those it's only 3 grams of sugar, 2 grams. It's the yellow and black. They're the best. I love it. Tea and lemonade.
Yeah.
I was drinking 2 a day. I tried quit cold turkey. I was doing donuts, and I was like,
Dude, that is legit. Like, I try to drink a lot of water with lemonade, but that is like my favorite drink. Like Arnold Palmer,
man, you better stay away from the monsters, fam. Oh, don't do it. Don't do it.
I have a heart attack. I can't
don't do it, fam.
They are delicious.
I'm telling you, man. Hey.
Oh God,
they're the best.
Yes,
And
yes.
But you know, I would say because really, man, we done another podcast this morning, and she was like, man, those things, and I really need to know that. I haven't done the search, and a lot of things that's fire. I like to drink it first, and then read. So what did I just hit?
Right, right.
You know?
What's like the
but in my head, I didn't think those were really that bad, you know. But I'm gonna do some more research because it's not. I've cut all sugar up. People's like, hey, man, sugar, just quit eating it.
Yeah.
You know, that's one way to do it, you know.
Which is difficult to do because it's in everything. But
you just got to say that always.
But that's doubling back a little bit on my same, I got a similar answer to him about proudest moments, and I kind of touched on it a little bit earlier. Proudest moments for me are when our music touches people's lives and puts them on the path they need to be on. I feel like then that it's a true ministry at that point. I think that people are getting their own revelations from it. It's helping them through a moment in their life where they needed a push or they needed an extra something, and hearing the stories that we write, when it touches them on that level, it helps give them a little bit of inspiration and motivation to keep pushing forward no matter what.
Yeah.
And kind of add to that real quick, there was a girl that's doing her merch one time, and she shared a story about 7 years before, and I believe she came to Blue Holler, and she was there to kill herself.
Yep. Oh, my God.
Yep.
And she was in the wood line, and she heard us on stage and the stuff that we were saying, and she said she didn't do it. She didn't come to the show.
My will be done.
But maybe my will be done. But she was working, folding our shirts. And you know, and man, that really, I want to touch on earlier, and we moved on to another subject, man, but just to add there, and that's a moment I won't ever forget, you know.
God, that's amazing.
Because that's why you don't ever give up, you know. Yeah, my wife went through wreck, and I had to go get a job. I've never had to do that in 18 years, but I mean, listen, man, this world recycles people every 80 years. I don't care. I'll do what I got to do, man.
Sure.
And now we just got national television shows we just locked in. Don't never give up, man.
Yeah.
Even if, man, the older, I mean, stuff you've been before. When you thought, I know we've all been through this stuff in life, we thought this was it.
Right.
It wasn't.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And we're actually, man, doing better than we've ever now.
Yeah.
And there's been the low points, man. The Twang Round, man. Sure. There's nothing but learn to love yourself first, man, before you ever ask the world to love you, man. You know, I think it's where it's got to start because, you know,
100%.
Farmer's coming for everybody one day, and that's the beauty in it.
100%.
It'd be morbid if it came for him and not me. Yeah. But would it be morbid to live forever?
Yeah, for sure.
So just live in the now, man.
That's real. That's real. I tell people when I share like my testimony with people, like I tell people the darkest night of my soul was the catalyst to me really living in my purpose and walking in my purpose. Like I had to go through that deepest, darkest point of my life to surrender, and say, okay, God, you just take it. You know what I mean? You just take the wheel. I'm just going to be a vehicle. I'm just going to be a vessel. You just work through me. And that was really the catalyst of transition and transformation for me, and saying, okay, I do have something to live for. This is my purpose. Like, I get it. I understand now why these things happen to me, because I would never be where I am today, physically, mentally, spiritually, doing the work that I do, the advocacy work that I do, had I not gone through those horrendous things in my life, for sure.
It's about when you're at your weakest point, that's when the bell's the thinnest. And it's like when you want to quit smoking cigarettes, it's when you get that urge. And if you don't went a month and not doing it, and you just say elf it and you do it, well, you're like, man, I wish I didn't do it, or I wish I did do it, man. It just kills it right there. It's about, man, right in the moment now. If you get past that and you make the decision later to do it, but just try it, man. It's about, man, all them emotions are doorways. They're all spirits. Each emotion, you leave that doorway open, and you just have to look at your demons in the eyes. Absolutely. And I know some people ain't brave enough to do that. And you'll get there, with there's resources out there, but you have to do that. It's an internal thing, and you have to lock it up, and you have to face it, and you have to be audit. How did we get here? Yeah. Seriously, is it because you're spending too much money on pot? Is it because you got bad habits? I got my own bad habits. Yeah, absolutely. But you got to be honest with it, because, hey, don't waste my time. Right. 100%. Yeah. So I just want to say that and plug into what you're saying. It's I use platforms like this when it's almost like sermons. It hits me in real time, and I have an opportunity to share it with the world. Yeah, I love that. Thank you. Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah. So we talked a lot about legacy tonight. How do you want Twang and Round to be remembered for your music? Well, I want Twang and Round's music to be a testament to. You can make it. You can, no matter what the circumstances or no matter what the
is set up against you, what hurdles you have to face, you can make it. You just have to keep going and keep trying. When we were doing the work release program in the beginning, our music was started on us on a loss. I mean, we lost Round lost his roommate, our friend Tommy, and we did Outside My Window as what we would have been able. If we had had an opportunity to say something to him, this is what it would have been, and that was a massive. The emotions that went into that song, in my opinion, propelled it to where it was and caught on the way it did, and changing people's lives. Impacting people and changing people's lives, and that kind of legacy is the same as a ministry.
Yeah. Absolutely. That's beautiful. I love that. Thank you for sharing that with me.
I'll keep mine a little shorter. I did some lengthy ones. I'm actually going to keep it real simple. It's from a philosophy, and I can't think of his name, but he said, live a life so good that you don't even remember me.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And you're born today, you live today, and you die today. It all happens today. So people, man, get so stressed about tomorrow or yesterday. Like, man, just in the right now, man, I've been 180 up and down, and man, I try to have a good time anywhere. If you can change it, change it. If you can't, if you got breath in your body, that's an opportunity. I don't care what your story is, dude. I don't care.
100%.
Yeah, that's objective.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right? Yeah, all right.
What advice would you give to young artists trying to, break into the country rap or any genre really that doesn't fit in a box?
I would say go all in with it. And that's with anything you do in life. If you truly want something, manifest it. Go ahead and walk in that purpose. Don't get distracted. Stay focused on it and never give up. And stay so focused on it that you wake up, you eat, breathe, and sleep it. And no matter what you do, if you apply those dynamics to it, you will succeed.
Absolutely.
You will succeed. Now, you may fail first, but that's not the end.
Right.
That's just a milestone. Right. So
I always tell them like this, man, and it's been like this for a long time. Is your mama a fan? Is your old lady a fan? Is your old lady banging your music?
Right.
Would you crank this up in the middle of town right now and be proud of it?
Right.
So you agree it needs a little work?
Yeah.
Because you're telling the world this is who I am. And you're living in lanes right now where it's LA freeway.
Absolutely.
And so you're going to have to be really unique, but do it because you love to do it. Like when I make my beats, it's like an old man now whittling wood.
Yeah.
Most of the world won't hear most of my beats.
Yeah.
Because they're probably in the 23 folder or the 24 folder.
Absolutely.
Right? Because every time I see him, I done made 26 beats and he's going to hear the last 3 hottest I make.
Yeah.
But I got to spend my time. So I always try to learn something new. But that's my advice, man, to the artist right there is man, is your mama a fan?
Yeah.
If it failed, why did it fail? There's nothing wrong with working a job because here's the beauty. There's not a lot of overhead. It's all subscriptions. Right. Well, they love it $9.99 a month and $19.99 a month. They love it. I got all kinds of them, dude.
100%.
But it's tools, though. There's tools. Say, hey, this is my situation. Act through the lens of a psychologist and an artist and a small business. Slice it up like a pizza.
Yeah.
I'm not saying, and it was funny, we was going through there. I said, what was the name? It was talking about a movie. I said, what was the name of it? It was an old movie. And he said, and finally I said, piss on. I said, just look it up, dude. And he said, I got it. I said, I know it's got 3 syllables. I said, tell me it don't got 3 syllables. He said, oh, it does. I said, dude, this is a game show. We're 3 minutes in, dog. I said, it's over with, dude. And he said, it was the land for Avatar. I said, I don't know, man. It's ADHD shit.
And finally, right there at the end, I said, Pandora.
I said, boom, come on. I said, man. And we pulled up here. I said, come on, right before we pulled up here, dude. But something the old school way, I'm a fan of that. But don't be ignorant. We're out there in the middle of the country and we're trying to put some kind of water pump or something on, dude. And just little, hey, you want to go to the library? We got a paper book. I don't know what chapter it is.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So I just try to implicate it. Hey, can I eat this leaf?
Yeah.
This is going to turn me later. It just, but yeah, man, if you ain't spend your time here, you spend it there. So I always try to learn something new every day,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Thank you all.
New
That's
artist.
Amazing.
New
amazing advice. Yes. Well, thank you all for, being here with me today. And
for sure. It's an honor, man. Huge respect for what you guys do.
Thank you so much. I can't wait to.
And speaking of which, the stories, it's like, we don't have time to tell a story to everybody. You don't have time to tell a story when they see you and see you and draw a conclusion, because we do in 7 seconds.
Yeah.
You see somebody at a gas station, let's smoke over here.
Yeah.
He ain't even open his mouth.
Yeah.
But your brain is designed right off the rip, of like it, So
Right.
just be aware, man. Just be critical thinking. You hear the news? Milk and bread. Let's go get the spinach. Why are they pushing the milk and bread, man? Come on, man. Just get back to the basics, dude. Let's get back to the basics. Common sense, dude.
Absolutely.
What Pastor Troy said, vice versa. Maybe there's some truth to it.
That's right. That's right. If heaven or hell, and vice versa.
That's right.
Yes.
Struggling out there, man. Please don't give up, man. Just don't give up. Give tomorrow another chance, man. Because better days are ahead. I promise, dude. I promise.
Facts.
Absolutely. I love that. Thank y'all so much.
100%. Yeah.
Have you been mistreated, misunderstood, or misrepresented? This platform is for you, and I would love to share your story.